What's up guys, your girl Luca here, and the hate bait continues to thrive as once again another publication is triggered by this Bethesda acquisition. We're going to talk about it, but before we do, if I can ask you guys to please hit the like button and let's get into it. So people have been losing their collective mind ever since Phil Spencer announced that they acquired ZeniMax. Despite some posturing from some goofballs who do not like Bethesda, have never liked Bethesda, have no interest in Bethesda games, this acquisition is huge and a major W for the Microsoft ecosystem. I say Microsoft ecosystem and not just Xbox, because these future Bethesda titles are going to be available on any platform that has Game Pass on it. That's xCloud, that's PC, and that's Xbox. It's bigger than the box, man. It's bigger than the brand. And honestly speaking, this article is rife with hyperbole and created and crafted with the sole purpose of triggering folks and getting hardcore fans worked up about this dude's asinine opinion. So let's talk about it. So Robert Jones of TQ, as stated before, is a fan of hyperbole and not double checking his own work, as he talks about how some gamers just saw their gaming futures get noticeably darker, and apparently only gamers who play on Microsoft's own hardware can look forward to these games, which is not true. Once again, you can play these games on PC. So this is a blatant lie, but that's okay, I don't expect much from gaming journalists. Okay, let's move on. He continues lamenting about this process and states that just last year, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox himself, made a statement to the contrary. Now, Mr. Jones cherry-picked a certain section from the article instead of including the full thing. I tell ya, context clues are lost on these folks. But we're gonna go through the full scope of what Phil said. We should applaud load times and fidelity of scenes and frame rate and input latency, and all of the things that we've been focused on with the next generation. But that should not exclude people from being able to play. Now, obviously, this is the case for cross-generation games. If it wasn't, he would not have focused on the hardware benefits. So that's clearly what the article's about, but he continues with this. I find it completely counter to what gaming is about to say that part of it is to lock people away from being able to experience those games, or to force someone to buy my specific device on the day that I want them to go buy it in order to partake in what gaming is about. Gaming is bigger than any one device. Gaming is bigger than any one device. How many platforms is Game Pass on? Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PC, xCloud? Count it out for me, folks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it certainly seems that gaming is about more than one device. This article is about console generation exclusives. It's like no one reads past the headline, including other gaming journalists. Or, more likely he did read past the headline and he was just like, you know what? I need my clicks for today, baby. Let me go ahead and irritate the Xbox fanboys. Now, Mr. Jones continues on saying, sure, there would always be a few brand-specific flagship exclusives. Games that really help sell the system's identity, such as Halo for Xbox and Ghost of Tsushima for PlayStation. But when it came to the games from the world's biggest development studios such as Bethesda, games came to all gamers. Microsoft has just violently altered that, again with the inflammatory language. Absolutely love it. Now, as to why Microsoft seems to have changed its tune so notably over the past year, I can only see the Bethesda purchase as a sign of weakness. Yes, sign of weakness. I guess he was so angry that he forgot to double check the article. I'm gonna assume he means sign of weakness. An admission that it's been bested by Sony. Now he ends off by saying that this is good for Xbox and PC owners, which is interesting because he just claimed only gamers who play on Microsoft's own hardware can look forward to these games, which is clearly not true, and he's aware that it's not true. But this is not good news for PlayStation gamers apparently, or more importantly, the industry itself. I'm sorry, most importantly, the industry itself, apparently, allegedly, seemingly. I tell you folks, this is why I call it hate bait. It was written with set language used to incite and trigger a reaction from a set of gamers, a violent reaction even. And people will fall for it, but hey, I saved you a click. Who knows if this guy even means what he wrote? But hey man, maybe he's just a fan of PlayStation. Who knows at this point? But hey, that's it for me guys. What do you think about this article? How do you feel about it? Are you upset? And if you are, I mean, I don't think you should be. It's not that big of a deal. It's bait, baby. Don't fall for it. Truly laughable. Let's just focus on the positives. The gaming space is going to be a lot of fun in the coming years. I'll catch y'all for another one. Peace.